So this is Dreadlocks 7A Plus at Dinbren. As you can see, first bolt's really high, so the trad line crosses underneath, so to save interfering with the trad line, the first bolt's super high and I've just stuck the first bolt. So you come up, first bit isn't too bad, right hand's a jug, work your way up on the feet. This is the first move where you sort of get your right toe really high and you have to sort of rock up onto it. There you go, a little bit momentum, not too much. And you're stepping up into that crack feature there. You can either go to the bit I've got there or there's like gassed on the undercut side of it. The feet aren't amazing, but they're not too bad. And you're working your way through. The top of that crack, I've got my right hand, that bit there is huge, absolute bucket. And then you sort of shuffle your way to the right. And then this is kind of an awkward move. Even though it's a bucket for your hands, it's quite angled and sloped, so it feels a bit slippy. So build your feet super high, left toe in line with your hands, and then sort of balance your way up until you stood up straight. You've got a couple of little pockety side pulls for your left and maybe a gaston for your right to really get your weight up. It is pretty secure, but your feet just feel a little bit slippy. So I've stepped through a little bit there. I've got the gaston with my right. I'm going to step up and place my left toe on. There we go. I think I clip as well, clip in as well. And then you're sort of stretching out left and you can just see the chalked hand hold. That's pretty good. The bottom's okay, the top is really good. Step my feet through and you can sort of take a little shake there. So the rest of this climb, it's kind of like pocketed, weather-worn rock. So everything is pretty sharp and small and you're not a lot for your feet. So left toe high, right hand gaston, and you build your feet. There's a couple of right feet, but you want it nice and wide to spread your weight across. From this position here, there's a right hand side pull and a left hand gaston, and you want to be working your feet to the right. So just below where my right hand is, there's a pretty good foothold. So brace my feet, left hand gaston, left toe comes in. I'm going to press down on a small hold on my left toe. Right toe comes up. It's a little bit uncomfortable how high the toe is. So right toe high. It's a good but sloped hold. Really trust your feet, really press into it. And then when you stand up off the tiny little side pull from my right there, that's a pretty good position. And you can stop there for a second as well. So the right hand side pull is really quite small and it's like just an index finger and you really wrap around on it. Take a few seconds to sort of shake out, and I had to try and remember what I was doing here. Use the good left hand side pull, step high on the left toe, and then you're going to come into a high right gaston. I think there's two right hand gastons. I went for the higher one, but both will work. So pull up, right hand gaston. I think I clip from the gaston as well, or from the left hand, then into the gaston. So yeah, so the clip here, then into the gaston, and then you're sort of heading towards the left hand side. Work your feet through. That right toe is pretty good, so you can stand up high. The left toe isn't too bad. And I go all the way through to the better hold above. There's also an option just left of my left hip for good side pull. So the holds you're on there are really quite good. Nice big shake there. And this is where you come into the crux of climb high, which is the route to the left. Kind of has the famous rock over move. You are approaching it from a slightly different angle. So come across onto the jugs, smear your feet up. You go left hand to this crimp, and this crimp, I remember it not being too bad, but it was awful. So grab the really small left hand crimp, build your feet again, and what you're aiming for is this really high left toe. So I should hopefully get it in a second. Not that one. I think I might go to a right hand. Oh, I'll clip first. There you go. So clip first, that makes it feel nicer. There's a right hand small crimp, those two small crimps, really high left toe. There we go, there we go. And then you really have to stand on that and really trust it. There's a tiny gaston you can use for your right. I sort of press off it with my thumb and you stretch, press out in that position. It feels so unlikely. And when you stood up, there's a tiny little scoop for your left or just above your right hand there. That's a pretty good hold. So you can either go left to the scoop or left straight to that. Once you have your hands in those slightly better holds, the one my right hand is in now, everything feels a little bit better. The jugs you were on before, which I'm trying to get my toe on there, you can't quite see, but they are there. You step across. Take a few seconds, you don't want to drop the last move, but all you're doing is stepping right and clipping the anchors just up to the right. So to do this, I think I changed my feet over. Maybe, yeah, I think I changed my feet over. There we go, change my feet over. Right toe goes onto this okay little edge. There's a right hand intermediate, right hand undercut, and then step, press with your left to go all the way through, and you can stand into the corner. Clip the anchors, and you're done. So that was Dreadlocks 7A+. Thank you very much for watching.